Hi, welcome to this tutorial, and today we will learn how to quickly animate an elastic motion for a hanging object that is lowered from a height. We will also animate the object swaying from side to side until it settles down. This is going to be quick and simple to follow, so stay with me till the end. Alright, before I start, let me set the animation frame rate to 30 FPS. This is just a personal preference. So let's head over to the output properties and let's change this to 30 FPS. And now we will use our default cube for the elastic animation. Let's pretend this cube hangs on an elastic cable which will be supported at the top by an empty object. So I'm going to go ahead and create the empty object. So hit Shift A on the keyboard, head over to empty, and let's select the plane axis type. All right, now as you can see, our empty is so small, it is fully covered by the cube. All right, so let's head over to the object data properties and set this to about 2 meters. And now we can see our empty. Let's move it up, hit GZ and 6 to move it 6 units up and hit enter. And now we want to parent the cube to the empty. So first select the cube and the empty, then hit Ctrl P on the keyboard and select Object Keep Transform. Next, let's head over to the front view. And what we are going to do is first animate the empty dropping down with the cube from a height. So we will drop from frame 1 to frame 5. So let's head over to frame 5 and let's move the empty up by 3 units. So let's hit GZ and 3. And let's set a keyframe for this position. So hit N on the keyboard and we want to set a keyframe on only the Z location. So let's right click on it and select Insert Single Keyframe. All right, so now let's move over to frame 1. And we want to move the empty up again to its initial height from which it will drop. So let's hit GZ and we want to move these 4 units up. So hit 4 and enter. And now let's set a keyframe for this position on the Z location. So let's right click and choose Insert Single Keyframe. Now let's test this out. So if we play the animation, as you can see, the empty drops down with the cube. Now after the drop, we want to animate the elastic motion of the cube. To do this, we need to set a keyframe for the position of the cube when the empty stops moving. And this is on frame 5. And then we also need to add another keyframe for the cube when it finally settles down from its elastic motion. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and move to frame 5 and let me make sure only the cube is selected, and let's set a keyframe for the Z location. And now I want the elastic motion to last for 4 seconds, which is about 120 frames from frame 5. And so let's head over to frame 125. And we want the cube to settle at this position, which is about 3 units from this position. And so let's hit GZ and -3. And let's also set a keyframe for the Z location. All right, now we want to set the interpolation between these 2 keys to elastic. All right, but before we do so, I want to bring up the graph editor. So first of all, let me add a new area. And let's change the editor type to graph editor. And let's bring up our Z location channel and hit the period key on the numpad. And now let's select the key after which the elastic interpolation will occur. Let's go to the key menu and select interpolation mode and let's select elastic. Now, if we should play the animation, as you can see, we have our elastic motion. Immediately, the cube drops down. Now, as you can see, this looks too stiff, and I want to make it a bit flexible. All right, now to do this, let's head over to the graph editor, and let's hit N on the keyboard to bring the sidebar. And next, we want to select the key on which the interpolation was set, which in this case is this first key. And let's make sure we are on the F curve. And let's scroll down to this section. To make the elastic motion more flexible, we need to increase the amplitude. So let's set this to a value of 2. And we also want to reduce the speed of the vibration. So let's set this to a value of about 9.6. And now let's play the animation to test it out. And as you can see, this is much flexible. This is way better than before. All right, now it is time to animate the swaying action of the cube. And we can do this by rotating the empty from side to side, okay? And we need to do this repeatedly and slowly come to a stop. Now to do this, we can make use of a sine wave fcurve modifier. But before we do that, we need to add a keyframe to the Y rotation of the empty. So I'm going to move to frame 1. And I will set the keyframe on the Y rotation. And now I will head over to the channels and select the Y Euler rotation. And I will go to the modifiers tab and click on add modifier and select my built-in function. Now, as you can see, the default sine wave is selected. Now, if we should play the animation, you can see that this is surely swaying, but this is way too fast and too strong. And so we are going to reduce it a bit. Now to do this, let's head over to the amplitude property. Let's reduce this to a value of about 0.15. And let's also reduce the phase multiple, which will decrease the speed to a value of about 0.15. All right, now before I play this, I just want to have a good view of my graph. So I'm going to zoom out. And if we should play the animation, you can see this looks much better. But the only problem is that the swaying continues on forever, so we need to gradually bring it to a stop. And this can easily be done by heading over to the restrict frame range. Let's set it on, and let's come all the way down, and let's make the swaying stops on frame 180. So we were going to set this value here to 180. And as you can see on the graph, this will bring the swing to an abrupt stop. And this is not what we really want, because if we should play the animation, you can see that this comes to an abrupt stop. All right. So we are going to blend this out using the out value for the blend. Let me increase this till I get a smooth blend, as you can see on the curve. All right, now if we should play the animation from the start, as you can see, the swaying gradually comes to a stop. All right, next I want the swaying to also start on frame 5. So we are going to set the start value to 5. And then we also want to blend this out a bit. Okay, let me set this to 10. And let's replay this. And I think this looks quite cool. Alright, so that is it. I will at a later time include a continuation to this tutorial, which will show how to add and animate the cable for this animation. So don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell to be notified when I release a new tutorial.